Hello students, today we will discuss the doubt of test number 5. Okay. So according to you, the doubt number is of test number 5. It starts from 51, 56, 51, 56, then 57, 58, 59, 60, then 63, 64, 77, then 82, 86, 87. That's it. So 51, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 63, 64, 77, 82, 86, 87. Total number of doubt is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So total number of doubt is 12 out of 45. Alright. So let us start from 51. I hope this paper was good and you did well. However, there might be some questions which you felt where you felt difficulties to solve this, but do proper practice, okay, and have proper concept. Question number 51. In presence of peroxide, hydrogen chloride and hydrogen iodide do not give anti-Markovnikov addition to alkene, because this for anti-Markovnikov addition of alkene, alright, when we do, only HBr is able to do the reaction, alright, and forms corresponding anti-Markovnikov product. While with HCl or with HI or with HF, this is not possible, and they forms corresponding Cl or F or I, this product. So in this case, Markovnikov addition is possible even in presence of peroxide. Over here also, we did the detailed mechanism of this question, this part in alkene chapter. So please go through that discussion part itself, where we have discussed about their mechanism. In short, we can say with HF and HCl, alright, to break this bond between H and Cl and H and F, that requires very high amount of energy. They are mostly ionic, and therefore what will happen? So high energy is required and radical will not be able to provide that much energy, so it is highly endothermic in nature. If it comes to HI, the bond dissociation of HI is very less, so iodine radical is being generated, but easily this iodine radical becomes I2. Alright, easily it becomes I2. So this iodine radical easily gets combined to form I2, and therefore radicals should not be there in this case. So the answer is one of the step is endothermic in both the cases. So in case of HCl, in case of HF, one of the step is endothermic. Okay. Over here also, to form this I radical, we need to provide high amount of energy to become this I radical. So one of the step between this and this and this, that is endothermic in nature, and third is the answer. So bond cleavage of HF is difficult. Bond cleavage of HCl is difficult because mostly they are ionic in nature, requires high amount of energy to break their bond, and therefore their step to break this H and Cl bond or H or F bond is highly endothermic in nature. If we see the HI breaks to give, their bond dissociation energy is less to become I radical. I radical easily gets combined to form I2. So again, this I2, alright, this I2 will react with the radical. Again, to generate radical, it is highly endothermic in nature, because I2 is reacting with this radical itself, alkyl radical, which is being formed after addition of H radical to this. So again, that step is endothermic, and already we have discussed about this in details about their steps. You please go through that steps itself. So question number 51 is that. When we go for question number 56, I hope you understood this 51. 56, CH3, CH double bond, CH2 plus NOCl. So when it is CH3, CH double bond, CH2, this is CH3, CH double bond, CH2, reacts with NOCl, N double bond O Cl. So this bond pair will approach to this nitrogen, this bond is transferred, written back, Cl minus will goes out. So in NOCl, NO is electrophile, Cl minus is nucleophile. So what they will form, NO is attached at this place and then over here plus, then Cl minus approaches to this plus, becoming what? Over here N double bond O, at this place there is Cl. See the reaction, first option is correct option. So 56, first option is correct. Okay. Then question number 57. In 57, identify B in the following reaction. Identify B in the following reaction. Reaction is CH2 double bond CH2 plus HCl. Alright. In presence of anhydrous AlCl3. Then it forms A. Now this A undergo reduction in presence of zinc copper couple and ethanol C2H5OH gives rise to B plus HCl. So we need to identify the structure of B. Okay. So what will happen when anhydrous HCl, AlCl3 HCl is added? This will become CH2Cl. So CH3 CH2Cl is A. Alright, and from this CH3 CH2Cl, zinc copper couple, which is having 2 electron on zinc copper couple, this electron is given to this, Cl minus will go, and then this will become CH3 CH2, 1 electron, further 1 more electron, and they will react with this H plus of ethanol and becoming CH3 CH3. So CH3 CH3 is the end product. See the option number second, that is C is the answer. Question number 58. In the following reaction is RCH2, alright, single bond CH double bond CH2 plus ICl gives rise to A, Markovnikov's product. So this bond is transferred to I plus and Cl minus will go out. I plus is electrophile. So this will become what? A, and A is RCH2 CH2 I at this place. This will be plus, Cl minus will approach. This will become Cl. So see the answer, RCH2 CHCl CH2I, first option. So their answer is A. When it comes to question number 59, CH3 CH double bond CH, CH3 CH double bond CH, C2H5 in presence of pH C double bond OH. Alright, it gives this, is called as, what it gives, this is peroxybenzoic acid OH. Alright, so it gives CH3 CH, CH over here C2H5, that is epoxidation, and this is known as epoxidation, and the reaction is known as, alright, Prilstev reaction. So Prilstev reaction. So for this 59, answer is both C and D. Both are correct. So you will get grace mark over here. In question number 60, the synthesis of 3-oisine is achieved by adding bromoalkane into a mixture of sodium amide and an alkyne, the bromoalkane and alkyne respectively. Again, this 3OH sign is nothing it is. There is printing mistake in this question. Alright, O sign is not any compound. Now we'll see, alright, whether this by mixing which alkyl halide what we'll get, and then we'll try to get this. So if we take suppose first option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 CS3, CS2, CS2, CS2 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 okay CS3, CS2, CH2, CH2 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here bromine, pentyl bromide, and then terminal alkyne CH3, CH2, C triple bond, CH. So this will goes out in presence of NaNH2. This approaches to this bond is transferred. So what it may form 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is attached with C triple bond C, C triple bond C, and then after 2 carbon. So we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what we'll get? Known, alright, 1, 2, 3, 3 ine. Okay, I think it is octine, it should be octine instead of octine. So see where we'll get octine if we'll consider them as octine. So second option 1, 2, 3 carbon. Fourth option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon. So 5, 3, 8 carbon will get octane. Third option 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon and 4 carbon again will get octane. So I think there is some mistake in question number C, 60. So 60 will get G. Then question number 63. The order of reactivity of alkene when subjected to acid catalyzed hydration. So acid catalyzed hydration, what will be the hydration? Means addition of water. So addition of water takes place in acid catalyzed mechanism. We have alkene, that is CH3, C double bond CH2. Okay, again all these questions we did earlier itself. This is propene and then ethene. CH2, CH2. We do acid catalyzed hydration. So simply we add acid to them and we'll get the value of carbocation. Stability of carbocation we'll consider. So we'll have this carbocation in this case. We'll have this carbocation in this case. We'll have this carbocation in this case. This carbocation is more stable than this, and therefore this is more reactive than this. So option must be 1 is greater than 2, 2 is greater than 3. So this could be the answer. See what is the answer given? 1, 2, 3, first option. Okay. The given answer is 4th. So 4th is not correct. 4th is not correct. Sorry, third is given and 3rd is not correct. Okay. So order of reactivity of alkene, always in acid catalyzed mechanism, you should see the stability of carbocation. In hydrogenation, you should see the least alkylated alkene is more reactive towards hydrogenation. Next is question number 64. 64. The hydrocarbon which can react with sodium in liquid ammonia is. So liquid ammonia is what? Liquid ammonia, they will act as a base, and we see where is acidic proton. So in third case there is acidic proton when it is reacts with CS3 CH2 C triple bond CH. Liquid ammonia, any liquid ammonia or what? Sodium in liquid ammonia, sorry. Sodium in liquid ammonia. So this is simple case of Birch reduction. Sodium in liquid ammonia. The hydrocarbon which can react with sodium in liquid ammonia is, so sodium in liquid ammonia will react with non-terminal alkyne. Non-terminal alkyne to undergo hydrogenation. So see where is non-terminal alkyne. So in the first case there is non-terminal alkyne. Okay. So in the first case there is non-terminal, this is terminal alkyne. So this terminal alkyne will not react, while non-terminal alkyne will react. So non-terminal alkyne will form transalkene. Okay, transalkene. So this will not be the answer. Answer will be A. So 64, answer will be A. Question number 77. 77. Propene reacts with bromine to give 1,2-dibromopropane. The anti-addition takes place due to formation of intermediate. Alright, this question you might have understood, I think so. We did earlier in class itself. Sodium in liquid ammonia, if it is non-terminal alkyne, there is R suppose. So what will happen? They will give electron to this bond will be transferred. So they will form transhydrogenation. Transhydrogenation takes place. Question number 77. Which one? 77. Propene reacts with bromine. So propene reacts with bromine. Question number 77. Propene reacts with bromine, Br2, to give 1,2-dibromopropane. Of course, 1,2-dibromopropane. The anti-addition takes place due to formation of intermediate. Which intermediate is formed? So obviously, which intermediate is formed? Non-classical carbocation. This intermediate is formed. So question number 77, answer must be B. That is correct. 64, it was given wrong answer or what in the question? So given answer was C, which is not correct, but answer is A. Next is question number 82. Question number 82. The reactivity of alkene towards hydrogen. So towards hydrogen, the reactivity of alkene which is more exposed. We have one alkene, propene, another we have like this, and another we have this one. So let's say this is X, it is given, it is Y, and it is Z. So most exposed, most reactive alkene towards hydrogenation will be Z. Alright, then after over here 2 alkyl, over here only 1 alkyl, so X. Then after Y, so option must be ZXY. Which option is correct? Option C is correct. Next is question number 86. CS3CH double bond CS2 HCl peroxide. Just now I said that is with in presence of HCl what will happen? There will be Markovnikov addition. So Markovnikov addition takes place through the formation of carbocation. This is question number 86. 86 is CS3CH double bond CS2 plus HCl in peroxide. So what it forms? It forms carbocation. By the acceptance of H plus, this will be plus. So this is the carbocation. So 86, even in presence of peroxide, answer is C. Then question number 87. 87 is last. Question number 87 is last of your doubt in this paper. Question number 87. Nitrogen, over here double bond, over here double bond, gives rise to CHCl3 plus alcoholic KOH. So this combination I told what it forms? It forms CCl2 carbene. It forms CCl2 carbene. When this bond is transferred, this will become N H, over here CCl2 minus, this is plus, over here hydrogen. This approaches to this, nitrogen, hydrogen, and then double bond, over here C, Cl, Cl. Alright, so further what will happen? This bond will be transferred, this bond will be transferred, Cl minus will go out. So what it forms? See, now there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon. So 6 carbon ring. One is nitrogen. Let's say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. 1, 2, 3. Over here chlorine. In between 2 and 3, 1 and 2, there will be double bond. Okay. 2 and 3, 3 and 4, there will be double bond. 1, 2, double bond. 3 and 4, double bond. And over here, double bond. So this is it. Where it forms? Which option? I think third option. Third option is correct. Okay. So this is your test number 5 questions and your doubts. In this test number 5, alright, the notable point is, the notable doubts was, once again you see the Birch reduction, which I have discussed in details in class. Birch reduction, that you need to see once again. Alright, thank you. Then we'll go for the desk discussion number 6. Alright, today it is test number 5. Now we'll go for test number 6. Thank you very much.